Well, this Sean Strickland fella seems to have people pretty riled up. See, he's an MMA fighter. He lost a UFC middleweight event the weekend before last. But that's not what I'm interested in. You see, Sean Strickland recently made some comments about the trans community. Some comments that got a bit of a reaction.
UFC 297 headliner Sean Strickland unleashes X-rated homophobic and anti-trans rant before telling journalist he's an infection and go fuck yourself and claiming women's MMA is like watching little cats fight.
Oh, the Daily Mail. Seethe more. What a headline. As you can see, some people say Sean Strickland's a phobic, a bigot, an ist. All the usual stuff. And we're here to find out why. Okay, so this all starts with Bud Light. As we know, Bud Light have had a bad year, and it's all because of a boycott. A boycott because of a sponsorship they did with Dylan Mulvaney.
Hi! Impressive carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us. This month I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever.
Yes, that Dylan Mulvaney. The days of girlhood Dylan Mulvaney. The flamboyant twink become woman of the year Dylan Mulvaney. You see, when they sponsored Dylan, people really didn't like it, because Dylan was promoting transgenderism and alcohol to their young audience. And the typical American Bud Light drinker did not like this, obviously. So their sales tanked, and management was all like, oh, what do we do? We're losing our brand here. And someone said, I know, let's sponsor the UFC. That'll bring them back. Brand saved. So they did. They sponsored the UFC. And UFC champion Sean Strickland was all about it.
So guys, I'm on my way to training, and I just found out Bud Light's a new sponsor. And goddamn, I applaud you guys. I am so fucking proud of you guys for doing the right things after that up. You know how I feel about transgenders. I go fucking hard. Just what I do. I'm the biggest advocate of biological females. If I said my views on transgenders, I would get kicked off Instagram. But I could not fucking wait to pick up a big old fucking Bud Light can and fix you, Bud Light, because you guys are doing the right fucking thing. I, Sean Strickland, a representation of the American people, are gonna fix you, Bud Light. Thank you for giving me money. Thank you for supporting my platform. I'm gonna help you guys.
Straight to the point. I will fix you, Bud Light. I am an advocate of biological women. So things started to get juicy. It was like, okay, Bud Light have made this move sponsoring Dylan Mulvaney. It pissed a lot of people off. So they made a counter move to try and fix the damage. And they got this madman saying, fuck transgenders. And all eyes were on Bud Light. What are they going to do? How are they going to react? Are they going to disavow? Are they going to stand by him? So anyway, that was all interesting. Now fast forward to the lead up to this match over the weekend, and Sean Strickland's being interviewed by the media in Canada. And this is how it went.
You know, you're in Toronto. Welcome. Glad to hear it. It's been great.
Are you Canadian?
Of course I am.
Are you part of the fucking opposition? Are you?
I don't know how to phrase that.
I mean, you got like, yeah.
Well, I did want to ask you.
Did you vote for Trudeau?
You know, I'm not going to say.
And let me tell you something right now. If a man says he's not going to say, like, if you ask him, motherfucker, did you vote for Biden? He's like, well, I'm not going to say. That's none of your business. He voted for fucking Biden.
Sean,
so hey,
Sean, I'm glad you've had great experiences.
So this is what I'm talking about, you guys. The enemy of Canada.
Sure.
All right.
That's what it's got to be. It's got to be. We've got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said, if I had a gay son, I would think I'd...
Oh, look, another. I'm saying to you, the swamp, you guys, the swamp.
You become a champion, you become a star, and someone says...
Let me ask you something. Are you gay?
Have you had the chance to interact with a more diverse...
Let me know. Are you gay?
Can I get an answer?
Well, no, I'm asking. This is a part of. Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
Okay. If you had a son and he was like, you had a son, he was gay, you'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak fucking man, dude. You're part of the fucking problem. You elected Justin Trudeau.
Okay, so people are saying, oh my God, Sean Strickland's homophobic. And I can see how you get there. I mean, he does make some clarifying comments a bit later that we'll see. But here's the thing. Oh my God, Bearing's about to be homophobic. No, I'm not. I support the gays. I like the gays. The gays are cool. But when he says you're a weak man if you don't want grandchildren, what if he meant this? This is a possible thought from Sean Strickland's head. Oh my God, Bearing's about to be homophobic on behalf of Sean Strickland. Hear me out. We are human beings. We are designed to fuck and to reproduce. That is our purpose in life. If someone was to ask you, what's the meaning of life? The closest thing to a factual answer you can give is to make more life. It's what we do. Zoom out like a bajillion miles from Earth. Put yourself in the position of another entity and ask yourself, what do human beings do? Human beings reproduce. Fun fact, every single one of your direct ancestors reproduced. You are the descendant of only people that reproduced. Going way back to the single-celled organisms in the sea, or depending on your beliefs, your great-great-granddaddy a few thousand times over, they all reproduced. Not one of them failed to reproduce. So it's kind of in our DNA. It's in our nature. We reproduce, and everything else is incidental. What's the meaning of life, Bearing? Oh, it's to make people happy. It's to achieve fulfillment and satisfaction. It's to make the world a better place, Bearing. It's to leave some good behind. It's to help the needy. Yeah, they're all great answers, but they're not as accurate as that one non-emotional, completely practical, tried and true, undeniable reality. The meaning of life is to reproduce. Now, that's not to say that you've failed if you can't or don't want to reproduce, but the humans that tend to human best reproduce because that's how we human. And I'm not saying that Cheryl, who lives down at the local trailer park and has popped out 9 children for the government benefits, is a better human than, say, Nikola Tesla. I'm talking on an evolutionary scale here, and I think I get the point he's trying to make. I mean, aside from the fact that gay people can reproduce, just not with each other. Anyway, let's keep watching.
You elected Justin Trudeau, like, when he sees the bank accounts, like, you're just fucking pathetic. And the fact that you have no fucking backbone, and has he shut down your fucking country and seized bank accounts? You ask me some stupid shit like that, go fuck yourself.
Okay, so he doesn't like Trudeau, and with good reason. Shutting down people's bank accounts and shit during COVID. I think that was all to do with the truckers' strike. I mean, he was calling them white supremacists and racist. For what? Wanting to get on with life? Meanwhile, he's applauding an actual member of the SS in the Canadian Parliament because he fought in Ukraine against the Russians. The guy's a fucking moron, and yes, if you voted for Trudeau, you are also a moron.
But I did want to ask also things you said about the trans community. You said this past October when they announced the Bud Light sponsorship that you'd go so hard on Bud Light in your next fight, they'll have to accept me or denounce me when they know what, and will know what they stand for. Are you?
This guy's like, hey, this Canadian's not that Canadian.
Are you still going to use your fight time to kind of speak on that?
Here's the thing about Bud Light.
Ooh, here's the thing about Bud Light. Let's go!
Here's the thing about Bud Light. 10 years ago, to be trans was a mental fucking illness. And now all of a sudden, people like you have fucking weaseled your way into the world. You are an infection. You are the definition of weakness. Everything that is wrong with the world is because of fucking you. And the best thing is the world's not buying it. The world's not buying your fucking bullshit you're fucking peddling. The world is not saying, you know what? You're right. Fucking chicks have dicks. The world's not saying that. The world's saying, no, there are 2 genders. I don't want my kids being taught about, who they could fuck in school. I don't want my kids being taught about, their sexual preference. Like, dude, this guy is the fucking enemy.
Okay, not wrong. He's obviously talking about the social contagion thing. Like what's causing the alarmingly increasing numbers of LGBTQ youth. Is it happening naturally? Or is it in large part a trend? Why are there so many young people identifying as LGBTQ these days? And people will say, oh, it's because it's more accepted these days. They don't get as much hate these days. They feel more comfortable to come out and be themselves these days. And at the same time, the same people are screaming about trans genocide. We live in such a horrible society that all we can do is smack down and bully LGBTQ people. It doesn't make sense.
You want to look at the fucking enemy to our world? It's that motherfucker right there, asking these stupid fucking questions. Sorry, I told the UFC I was being nicer. Lance, am I still good with this? Did I cross any lines? A little. What the fuck? I didn't say the F word. You just brought this fucking guy in here to piss me off.
You just did, but just to follow up, I mean, Rick.
Did I say it?
You just did.
No, I didn't say it.
He's talking about the F slur, not the F word. God, we can't fucking say anything these days, can we? The F slur, the F word, the N word, the N slur, the R slur. Fucking hell, people are precious.
Right there you did.
Different F word, different word. Yeah. I'm trying to be good, man. I'm trying to be good. I like the fucking gays. Here's the thing. I've never. You guys think I've ever shit on a gay man or shit on a gay one? I like the gays. It's fucking freedom. We still have it in America. We'll teach you about it. You guys don't have fucking freedom of speech. I'm surprised what I'm saying is probably gonna get the fucking Canadian government to arrest me.
Yeah, see, different F word. And there you go. He likes the gays. Continue.
So I don't give a fuck who you fuck. I don't give a fuck what you want to do in life. But don't fucking tell kids about it. Don't teach that shit in fucking school. Don't fucking push your agenda. Don't try to fucking brainwash people. Don't try to go past parents. Don't try to go past all this shit and brainwash people, you fucking cuck.
I couldn't agree more. No problem with the LGBTQs. Live life how you want, but stay away from my fucking kids. Anyway, moving on. So Dana White, the head of the UFC, gets questioned by the media about Sean Strickland's comments, asking if he's put too long a leash on him. Watch this.
You obviously give a long leash to your fighters about, what they can say when they are up there with a UFC microphone and you are getting into territory of homophobia, transphobia. Like, is there...
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying you...
A leash?
Like...
Free speech. Control what people say. Gonna tell people what to believe. Gonna tell people... I don't tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them. What is your question?
I was asking that question. I'll move on, though.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That's ridiculous to say I give somebody a leash. Free speech, brother. People can say whatever they want and they can believe whatever they want.
Amen. Alleluia. People can believe whatever they want. You can express whatever opinion you want, as long as it's not super weird shit in my child's classroom. If you think I'm a bigoted cockhead, call me a bigoted cockhead. If you think Sean Strickland's an ist or a phobe, then call him that. But I think this guy's doing brilliant work. And I'm not even talking about his fighting. Anyway, I'm sure a lot of people will think I'm a cunt for this video. So if that's you, say it proudly. Leave a comment down below or at my Twitter, bear_ing, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later. Ta-ta.
Recession, session. Getting baptized in